Hey Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another video. In today's video, you already know what's about to go down, boys and girls. We open into packs, we doing the thing, and yeah, it seems like enough of you guys wanted the ETB to be opened up, and so here I am, and here we are committed to doing the thing. So, without further ado, I'm not going to say much more. These 4 packs came from a Pikachu V-Box, and, you know, we all know what Pikachu V-Boxes had in them. A Charizard. If you haven't seen that video already, feel free to go check it out. I don't have a comically large or inappropriate knife today, so we're just going to tear into this thing the way we should. And in case anybody is curious, I have a few videos. At this point, this is going to be my 3rd opening of Shining Fates here on the channel. It's been really good to me, so yeah, you know, I'm really liking it. As far as the ETB goes, obviously, here's what it looks like. Looks really cute. They're really pushing the whole EV thing here. And again, you know, really good looking black with the gold. The back kind of has that same thing. And then here is the other side. So let's push this fella out. Obviously, every ETB comes with certain things standard. First things first is this sleeve that the ETB comes in. And a lot of people already know this, but obviously every sleeve for an ETB can be opened up to reveal all of the different artworks as like a weird poster. I guess in theory you could, you know, put it like a poster, sure, if that makes sense. And yeah, so that's always something that I like to do and show here on the channel. Here is the booster, is the ETB box itself. Obviously, they're really going with that EV, you know, aesthetic. So here it is again. You have the contents of the ETB, which I will get to in one moment. For that, let's take a look at the player's guide. So the player's guide is obviously useful for one thing and one thing only, and that is the complete set list that they offer you. So obviously here we have every single card that is contained in the set, including the Kyogre Amazing Rare, some V and V Maxes, and then very quickly this actually runs out and more importantly turns into the area with the shiny Pokemon. So that's where the Shining Legends set ends and the Shiny Vault begins. And as you can see, there are tons of baby Pokemon, and realistically, not a lot of full arts and secret rares to collect. You obviously have the Charizard, which is a big one, and then you also have the Toxtricity, the Centiskorch, and the 2 Eternatus cards. And the Ditto and the Lapras are also pretty big and famous right now. Other than that, it's really like the Skyla and blah blah blah. So I always like to keep one of these around just as a quick reference, but of course you can also find all that stuff on the internet. Here is the weird Transformer box thing that they always give you. I usually just throw that away. Here's something new that they've been giving in every single ETB now, is a rule guide. So basically how to play the game. I feel like they're really kind of pushing that you know, theory, and this is actually a full guide that teaches you like the bench, the turns, this, that, like everything. Obviously, the reason you all are here are these 10 packs. Let's count those out. Yep, we got 10 of those right there, plus our 4 from the Pikachu box. And then you got EV sleeves. Ooh. Alright, so that's fun. What else we got? Aha! Here's the EV VMAX card. So this one is going to go in my binder. In the future, I am, of course, going to open up other ones that I'm going to get graded as a pack, and then I'm also going to get graded as an individual card. But that is a big hit for the day. Immediately, here is the code card for the Elite Trainer box. Hope one of you guys gets the contents, blah, blah, blah. Of course, every ETB also comes with these dividers, which I could give a crap less about. You also get a bulk stack of energies, which I never use for anything. And then, yeah, I mean, you know, your usual coins, dividers, blah, 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 which, again, really don't have much use for because I don't really play the game all that often in person. But with that said, let's get into it. So I'm going to keep those separate, and then let's just do the Pikachu box first. So without further ado, after 5 minutes of waiting and blue balling through, here are our Shining Fates packs for the day. So like I said, these first packs come from a Pikachu V-Box. Obviously, my first opening was 4 Pikachu V-Boxes, and I pulled a Charizard out of one of them. So that was pretty dope. Got a Fire Energy to start off, and here we go. Rusted Sword, Dream Trainer, Thwackey, Spinarak, Shinx, Horsey, Yanma, more Pico. Got a Rusted Sword and a Zarude non-holo. Okay. And look, I'll be honest with you guys. I've gotten kind of spoiled because in the grand scheme of things, Shining Fates has been really, really good to me. So I'm hoping to keep that energy up. Honestly, I'm probably going to stop pulling packs once the supply kind of dries up. But as of right now, I have no credible reason to believe I won't be getting like the other stuff from my, what do you call it, from my GameStop pre-orders. And so I'm relatively comfortable in opening up the stuff I get at MSRP, and I think that's been my general theory so far, right? Has been like, you know what I'll do is I will a DDV and a Yan Mega. I forget that Shining Fates, all the hits are in the reverse slot when it comes to like the shiny vault. So it just kind of, they pop up on you. It's really weird. Plus the amazing rares appear in that slot too. So you always forget that sometimes you're not necessarily paying attention because you're like, you know, we're waiting for the last card because you do the card trick. So that's jokes. This pack, I'm going for this pack first. I know I was talking smack about Corviknight packs because I kept getting buns and then I pulled a Charizard out of one of them. But something about that Dragapult, you know, sometimes you just have a feeling. I don't know. But yeah, what I was saying is I have pretty credible resources and indicators that I'll be getting additional, you know, stuff at MSRP. So my theory has been everything I get at MSRP, I'll open up, no problem. I'm a collector first and investor second, right? So if I buy stuff at above MSRP, I'll just keep it sealed with the intention of like the long run. You know what I mean? Is it, you know, I try not to feed into scalper prices too much. Got a Galissafleur, a Wooloo, and a Thievul. Cute. We pulled a Thievul in a separate video as the shiny. So this is the baby shiny. So cute. And what's cool is that I try not to pay like too much above MSRP. Again, avoiding and not hyping scalpers up. Like one guy wanted like $1.50 at ETB, and I was like, yeah, best I can do is like $100 a pop. And I ended up buying from a guy at like, I think a 110, and that was like the worst I did. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because again, it's for the long run. In the long run, I assume these are going to go for a lot more than that much anyway, and so I'm not too pressed. The one thing I will say is that if you're going to buy, just bear in mind, you know, there's tons of opportunities for you to pick these up at MSRP, and again, be patient. The longer you guys wait, the better off it'll be, because more product will appear on store shelves. Then you could just buy it at MSRP and not make a foolish mistake like I did, where you pay $100 and then you gotta wait until these things are above that much because they're vintage or older, and then you can sell and get your money back. Got a Q-Fant, a Galissafleur, a Thievul, and the Alcremie VMAX. Jeez, this set is stacked. Like, there's just so much going on in the set that it's like dizzying. So this is yet another secret rare. This comes from the original set though. The centering is really dope on that. And then I believe the Alcremie VMAX was also in Champion's Path. So I think this is, they kind of did it the way they did it with the Darkness Ablaze Charizard and then the Champion's Path Charizard. Same concept. They did the VMAX in Champion's Path and they did the Rainbow Rare in Shining Fates. So out of that Pikachu box, again, just to kind of show you all what the pull rates are looking like right now on these initial first runs, you know, 3 out of 4 packs had a hit or better. You know, and that's not including things like the holographic. I'm pretty sure the Thievul was a holo, so every single one of these packs had a hit in it, which is super, super dope. And then I'm assuming this ETB is going to be similar. So without further ado, let's just get into it. The one thing I always say about ETBs is that I never like them because once you get sort of that big hit, there's a part of me that's like, oh, well, you know, there's not really much else to see in the, in the ETB, assuming you get the big hit. The thing with Shining Fates is that there's just so much stuff going on that, again, it can be difficult to be like, oh yeah, there's just one hit there. So for once, I'm not too stressed out about opening an ETB, because I feel like we'll get at least 1 or 2 good hits, which will keep the entire set of packs really fun and fresh. Got a Spinnerack, a Snom, a Grookey, the Kyogre Amazing Rare, lit. All right, cool. So this is another dope card. This is slightly off-center top to bottom, so I think this is going to be my binder version of the card, but believe you me, I am planning on getting so many of these once the price drops on them, and then getting them graded, because I do genuinely believe these are going to be some really big hitters in the future. So definitely something to keep your eye on there. Those Amazing Rares are fan favorites already, and I think they're going to age really, really well. I know I'm, saying it like they're 10 years old, but just, my own 2 cents on the topic. Got a Corviknight pack. Corviknight and I go way back. I talk smack about it, as I so often do on this channel, and wouldn't you know it, I pulled a Charizard out of one. So in the grand scheme of things, a rather fruitful endeavor nonetheless. Have a code card there for you. And if you all can see that, you got some chippage on that side there. So interesting QC on these. Got a Lightning Energy, Gym Trainer, Wacky, a Floatzel. I still need a Skyla. If I pull a Skyla, it's going to be a problem. Got a Snom, a Qfant, a Grookey. I believe the Holo is next, and a Decidueye. Very good. Skyla is going to be a big hitter in here. They're missing the Marnie, so it was in Shiny Star V, and the Japanese equivalent of this set, but it was not in the English version of the set. So a lot of people think that Marnie has now moved, it's an alternative art, by the way, that it has moved over into battle styles, and that's how they're going to make battle styles interesting. I already think battle styles is interesting, though, because they have the Empoleon and the Tyranitar alternate arts, as well as the Urshifu stuff, which I think is going to make that set really memorable. Got a Horsey, a Chewtle, and a Boss's Orders. Okay, we're simmering right now, but I think that might be a good sign. Got a Dragapult. Dragapult, I don't have. I know from what I hear, it's like a fan favorite Pokemon and everyone loves it. And it's also a pseudo, so there's obviously that. But I never played the games enough to fall in love with it the way others have. So it's actually kind of funny, because in the grand scheme of things, I couldn't really be bothered less about it. I do want the Crobat, though. Crobat's one of my favorite Pokemon from back in the day. I had it in all of my original plays, so I definitely feel like a shiny Crobat was a smart move, and is going to be super dope. Got a Chewtle, a Yanma, a Morpeko, an Eevee, Ball Guy, and Celebi. Okay, not that we're getting brutalized in this ETB, but let's see. Got 6 packs more to go. All right, let's keep going. Let's do what I gotta do. So here's a weird thing. Turns out Shining Fates packs can be weighed, but not in the way you think. So obviously there's a whole bunch of different cards kind of playing into the set, which is a problem in and of itself. Every code card is white, meaning there's no sort of differentiator between the two. And the problem really is that you have the original set, so you'll pull something out of the rare, and of course the regular set has full arts and texture cards, which add weight. And then you also have the reverse slot, which can be a amazing rare, which can throw the weight off, this slot right here, or it can be one of the full art or the shiny cards. Got a Yan Mega. So there isn't, there's been a recent trend where people have said like, yo, you can weigh Shining Fates packs. Not necessarily that every single pack you weigh is going to be a big hitter, but obviously there is a way for folks to weigh the packs, and then you end up in a situation where you miss out on like all the full arts and stuff. Will some cards inevitably get through? Yeah, I think you'll miss some baby shinies here and there. But but it's actually kind of crazy. So one thing, if you guys are buying loose packs, buy from reputable sellers only. Otherwise, you might notice that your texture cards, Hello Squovit and a Galarian Weezing. Yeah, so something like this might have been super light. Again, you know, because in the grand scheme of things, if you're pulling like texture cards, obviously like it's just not going to have the same weight to it. So just bear that in mind. You know, that not every pack has been like vetted 100%, so just bear that in mind. You know, better to buy sealed product, and if you can't and you have to buy individual packs, just buy from reputable sellers who wouldn't attempt to do this stuff just to be on the safe side. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the back, and we begin with a Darkness Energy. You got a Tropius, a Gym Trainer, a Luxio, a Buizel, Yanma, Trapinch, Shinx, Rowlet, got a Luxray, and a Zarude. Okay, let's see. This is what we have left. I think I'm going to go with the Corviknight, leave the 2 Zards for right after. And so far, not that we've underperformed. I got a Kyogre, amazing rare, which I think is amazing. And a Scovet, which I guess is another baby shiny to check off the list. But definitely interested to see what the big hit out of this ETB is going to be. I'm just happy it was at the end of the ETB and not at the beginning. Got a Dartrix, a Rusted Shield, a Ball Guy, a Eevee, a Morpeko, Weasel, nicked it, got the reverse, and the rare. Professor's Research. Okay, you got 2 Charizard packs left. Let's go for the one on the left first. Again, I just kind of like feel the pack out. Like I'm feeling like the vibes and the energy here. So we shall certainly see. You got a code card for yourself. This code card feels a little flimsy. You got 4 from the back. I like to really kind of get the edges right before I go. I believe this is the first time I'm seeing a Psychic Energy. Got a Floatzel, Team Yell Towel, a Tropius, a Growlithe, a Rowlet, a Chewtle, Morpeko, Coughing, Golisifleur, got a Zarude, and another Thievul. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Charizard, it is legitimately up to you, brother. We need you to pull through. Otherwise, this ETB will not be quite as dank as one would have hoped it to be. Again, going for a Skyla here. Going for full art shiny Pokemon here. This is the way. If you like The Mandalorian, feel free to leave a like on the video. All right. Oh, this pack definitely got something in it. Got another Psychic Energy. That's nice. We're going with our Floatzel, a Team Yell Grunt. In case anyone's curious why I'm taking so much delicate time, it's mainly because I messed up the Charizard opening by accident. So I try to be a lot more careful now because I know these cards can slide around and you'll see the full art right away. Got an Eevee. Got a Horsey. The reverse is a Toxtricity V and a Ditto V. Very good. Very good. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not a VMAX, as they call them. But I shall take it. And we have Lord Erectus himself. Dildo. I mean, yeah, Ditto. You can see where all of the Reddit jokes have gone into my head and poisoned my perception of this card. This is Ditto V, not Dildo V. And then we have the Toxtricity card, which is another new full art, so that is amazing. Super quick recap. I had these 4 out of the ETB, not necessarily my best pulls, but the Kyogre and the Toxtricity are new, so they are most certainly welcome. For the Pikachu box, ironically, I got 3 major hits, and yeah, so that's really good. But, friends, other than that, thank you, as always, for checking out another video. Leave a like down below for Lord Erectus Dildo V, and if this is the way, you can also feel free to leave a like. Other than that, friends, thanks again for checking out another video. I believe this is the week. I'm recording these videos well in advance, but the gimmick is that I'm going to be super busy this week, and so I won't be able to provide much like content this week, so I figured let me record some openings, I'll get them posted up, and then we'll, you know, go from there on the back end. But I hope you found today's content valuable. Leave comments on the video. I will respond to them as soon as I am available. And other than that, thank you all again for checking out another video. You could have been anywhere on the internet, but you chose to hang out with me for a little bit, and that is much appreciated. Other than that, friends, as always, I hope you're having an amazing day. Feel free to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you aren't already. And other than that, we shall talk soon. Peace.